It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
Hey, thanks for being here on a Monday edition of the podcast. It's the 13th of July, 2026. Again, thanks for being here. I want to talk AI today and how it affected a world that I love on the podcast, the world of fast food. You know, if there's fast food news, I love to get it out there to you. So we're going to talk about that. I want to mention the sponsor, the new unofficial official sponsor of the podcast. We'll get into that at the end of the podcast and maybe a little bit more. But it's been fun doing the daily podcasts. I got another person who messaged me and said whether they like the new podcast format or not. And they said, you're going to burn out in the 30s. Okay. Challenge accepted, Eric. Challenge accepted. Hate to throw your name out there. Challenge accepted. The 30s is when the burnout's coming. We're not quite to 30 yet. This is going to be episode 27 in a row. One other thing I got some feedback on is you got to get back to reading comments. So I do want to do that. And Yvonne is one of my favorite commenters. She comments over at Spotify, and in talks of Mario Saint-Supéry leaving Gonzaga, she said, I don't watch a lot of basketball, but I agree Gonzaga always makes it to March Madness. I'm telling you, have faith. But she also gave her top 5 cereals, and I couldn't get enough of reading people's top 5 cereal lists. Hers was 5 Apple Jacks, 4 Special K, 3 Cinnamon Toast Crunch, 2 Cocoa Pebbles, and number 1 Frosted Mini Wheats. She said Zoe's favorite was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm not sure what it is now. Frosted Mini Wheats are so stinking good. They are so stinking good. And they're like one of those cereals that's right there on the cusp. A ton of them knocking on the door of number 5. And so that's like one of them that's right there. Raisin Bran right there. A lot of people had said Raisin Bran. I love Raisin Bran. But Yvonne said Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks to me is a cereal where if you get a good box of Apple Jacks, it's your favorite cereal ever. But it has the honeycomb effect where every now and then you get a box with a couple of the burnt ones and they ruin the whole box for you. You bite into one, it breaks your tooth, and that's a memory you can't forget. My mom commented. What did Leslie say? This is why I need to check the comments more over on Spotify. On Spotify, my mom commented on Spotify. What a hit mom. Mom said, family dinners equal winning the best. We did family dinners forever as kids. My mom, an unbelievable cook. Unbelievable. And so we were very spoiled to get to sit down and do family dinners. And the way my school that I went to, it worked. They did sports, after school sports. They worked it around dinner. They valued dinner highly. So you either practice right after school and we're home for dinner, or you practiced after dinner and you got to sit down for dinner. It was great. It was awesome. Anyhow, there are some comments. Need to get back to those. I had a great Saturday, or a great Sunday. I had a great Saturday too, but Sunday was really cool. Someone who's very near and dear to my heart. 2 people that are very near and dear to my heart came to my house from the old stomping grounds in Spokane, Washington. My cousin Kristen and her daughter Noelia, who are 2 of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. It was so fun. They were in Louisville for a basketball tournament. My cousin married my absolute favorite Eastern Washington University basketball player, Mark Axton, from the early 2000s, the Axeman, number 24 in your program, number 1 in your heart. One of the greatest giveaways in the history of Eastern Washington sports was the foam axe for Axeman. So it's one of the best giveaways. I think it's one of the best giveaways in the history of college sports is the Axeman axe. I had 2 of them for the longest time. I had one in my office, and this was kind of before Kristen and Mark there was definitely before they were married, but they were just kind of dating. And I remember being so excited, like, oh man, my cousin's dating my hero. This is kind of weird, but they got married. They've got 4 kids, and they're really good athletes. And Noelia is an unbelievable volleyball player, an unbelievable basketball player. And when she was a little kid, I always loved having her around because she was just like a firecracker of great energy. She was awesome. I loved her. I could imagine with all that energy, now having some kids with energy, she was probably, for a parent, a lot to chase around and tiresome. But as Uncle Sean, oh my gosh. So I have a very soft spot for Noelia. And she walked into my house yesterday. And when you don't see a kid who's at that age in their teenage years for a year or two, she's 6'1". I think the last time I saw her, she was probably 5'8". So still tall then, but she's 6'1". And she walked into my house and I thought, oh, yeah, we're not getting, if there's a one-on-one game that breaks out, I'm not playing. Like, I don't need this. In front of the kids, in front of my kids, I don't need this. So it was great. They came in, they were for a basketball tournament. They came in and we got to go to dinner with them and hang out. It's just one of those fun things. My daughter is 6. And so to have a 15-year-old eat dinner with you who's cool and all that, like my daughter's eyes bugging out the whole dinner. Anything Noelia said, Olivia's hanging on every word. My cousin is also one of the greatest energy people ever and is a magnet to children, which is crazy. And it was great to have her here for this because she was like that reminder of, she had 4 kids, 3 boys, a girl. Her boy's high energy, a couple high energy ones. Noelia was high energy. And I'm looking at her like, look, I'm hanging on for dear life some days with my kids. And so she got to see the chaos, but like Kristen just welcomes it and controls it. And so it's like one of those great things where you have someone in your house who you love, but you can talk to about, hey, look, here's my struggle with I got a couple boys who are chaos. How do you rein it in? How do you like focus the energy elsewhere? How did you deal with like parenting? And I've got a 4-year-old who doesn't love to listen. And it was just great, like, to get to talk to somebody who's gone through all that and get some opinions on how to get through it, because her kids all have turned out spectacular. So you're like, teach me so that I can pass this on. I can do this as well. So it was great. It was great catching up with her. And her brother, Noelia's brother, Orland, is going to be in Louisville next weekend. I don't know about the sports thing for them. Their kids in high school playing high-level AAU, high-level club ball, where, Noelia's on a team, Orland's on a team that is Washington State, Idaho, Montana, the best basketball players from those 3 states, and they're both on the team. They're traveling to Vegas, they're traveling to Louisville, they're traveling to Cincinnati. Mark, do you own an airplane? Is there like an Eastern booster with a private jet that is painted Axton on the side that is allowing you to travel everywhere? Because I can't imagine. I don't like paying for gas to drive my kids to camp, let alone fly to Louisville, get a hotel room and all that. Anyway, it was great seeing them. It was fun. Okay, I wanted to talk fast food, and then we got to get our unofficial sponsor of the podcast moving forward. We got to give some love out there because I'm excited about something. But if you have not been to Taco Bell lately, oh baby, they are doing the dang thing. So I want to start by McDonald's, and we're a healthy family here, so we only eat the healthy stuff when we go to fast food restaurants. But I did take my kids the other morning. We had to get up early. We had to run some errands early, and then we had to take the dog to doggy daycare because my wife was out of town. I was going to work, and the puppy's a lot with 3 kids for whoever's watching the kids that day. So we're getting things going early. And it was Friday. My daughter mentioned, Dad, can we get the pancakes from McDonald's? I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. You guys have been great in the car. So we go through, and I'm a big mobile order guy. I'm a big mobile app guy for fast food places because I'm a sucker for points. You tell me I can get points and get a free menu item at some point. You've spent $40,000 here. Let's get you a double cheeseburger. I'm in. I'm a sucker for that. So I like order on the app. We go into the drive-thru, and the drive-thru has an automated voice that says, please enter your code or whatever. We start your order or enter your code. And I'm sure you've been here and done this. I give them my code, AJWS. And then I hear a voice that goes, hey, may I help you? And you're like, dang it. So the automated person gets you to talk. You say your code, and then the real person inside takes over, and they ask you the same question that was just asked. And I think it's so frustrating. But whatever. It's not, it's not like the craziest hurdle of my day, but it's just like, dang it. Come on. Taco Bell's got it figured out. Taco Bell is ridiculously dialed. And they're expanding this feature. So if you have not had it in your city, you need to go check it out. They have AI running their drive-through in like a super high level. So when you go to Taco Bell's drive-through, the first time I ran into this, not saying I go to Taco Bell a lot, but I do, you get this automated voice that talks to you, and there is a moment in your head where you're like, boy, this person's real chipper. And it'll fool you. If you're not thinking, it will fool you. And you can give it your order, and it is money on how it works. So again, I'm an app person, so it'll come up and be like, hey, welcome to Taco Bell. How can I help you? And the first time I was like, oh my gosh, is this a real person or a robot? And I'm like, well, I have a mobile order. And I just talked like that. You know, I have a mobile order and the code is AJWS. And you just hear the voice go, okay, cool. And it said my name. It was like, okay, cool, Sean. Does this order look right? And it pops it all up on the screen. I'm like, yeah. Like, cool. It'll be, $8.98. Thank you. You're welcome. Drive up. It is insane. So then I had to go back to test it out. So I went out without using the mobile app, and it did my order. I changed an order. I did an order. It got it right. I changed a menu item on it, and it took it off and put a new one on perfectly, and I was like, this is it. And the people inside the Taco Bell have to be loving life, because that communication notoriously between the person in the building and you has been something that has been joked about and goofed on for decades. So many people joking about how you can't understand the person in the drive-thru, the muffled sound, like everyone's joked about it. And Taco Bell's like, stop joking. We've got crystal clear AI here. The employees inside have to love it because now they don't have to talk to your dumb face and they can just get your order. And there's a robot that does that part with you not knowing what to get. It's awesome. So I did a little research. Omilia. So Taco Bell partnered up with an AI company, Omilia. And I would love to know how much they're paying them. But Omilia Voice AI, it was made for this, for drive-thrus pretty much, to deal with orders. And they nailed it. And they're expanding it. They're getting it to more stores. If you have not been to a Taco Bell yet that has one, I mean, it's that fun. Now, I'm also 44, old, and little cool things excite me. This might be one of those little cool things, but I'd say go check it out. Get yourself a crunchy taco. It's the best menu item. It's the best fast food menu item. Pair it with a cheesy gordita crunch, a chalupa supreme, beef chalupa supreme. They're real good. And test out that AI and mess with it a little. It's good. Okay, the unofficial official sponsor of the podcast. I'm even going to hit this for it.
Kelly's, what are you into?
So someone on the inner circle of my friendship group, my one of my very closest friends and cousin, Scott, got a hold of me the other day. He was talking to, we have a little group, his brother, me. Well, it's our band, the Golden Flamers. We were talking about just life, and Scott messaged and was like, okay, guys, I just did something. Now, he's a principal, and he was like, I just did something. I got to try. I was golfing the other day, and I thought of something, and I'm just doing it. I was like, okay, I love this. So Scott and I are very similar in the world of golf. Even though I'm wearing my Wildwood golf shirt, we're very similar in the world of golf. We are not great golfers. And when we go to the golf course, we want to break 100. And so when we go out and really think about it, we play terribly. And we'll come back and shoot a 116. And we are very bummed because we went out and we really had high hopes for the day. We had high hopes for the game. And we crapped the bed. Then when we get in a situation where it's we're golfing together or we're golfing with just the right group and it's all about having fun. Hang on just a second. What's up, big guy? Come here. How you doing? You just wake up? Huck's coming in here. Are you a golf guy? Here, come here. Come here, big guy. Oh! You want to talk on the podcast?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to everyone? Tell everyone what you got at the store yesterday. Talk right in the microphone.
Mario.
You got a Mario Kart, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a new one, and it's a standard Mario.
Standard Mario Kart? Is it your fastest Mario Kart?
Yeah.
The other ones have kind of been through the ringer, haven't they? Judy's eaten some. You kind of when you were little, you ripped some of the parts off the other ones, but this one's good.
Yeah.
You love it. What are you doing right now? What are you going to go do? Do you want to go watch a little bit of TV to start your day?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be right out, okay, buddy? And I got you more oatmeal. Is oatmeal your favorite food?
Yeah.
All right, Huck. Love you, buddy. I'll be right out. You can go fire up the tube. Bye, buddy. Love you. This is Max. That's maximum parenting right there. Go fire up the TV. Let the TV be like the Taco Bell drive-thru and parent you to victory. Anyways, my cousin Scott, we both have realized that if we go out and we're having fun and we're not thinking about it, we don't have the goal of, we're not going out there with the pressure of shooting 100, we play a lot better. We have a lot more fun. The less we care about being out there on the course, the more fun we have, the better we play. So he was driving the other day and he's like, okay, when I care less, I play better. And that's just stuck in his head. And he told me about it and he told my cousin Ryan about it. We're like, that's a great, you nailed it. So what did he do? Well, he, just on a whim, I love that Scott did this. He's like, I'm going home, I'm making a logo. And he did. And he made a font style for Care Less Golf. And he's like, I'm making a golf brand. I said, it's 2026. You can do this now. So Scott made a golf brand, Care Less Golf. And I don't mind, I think you go, okay, well, what about careless golf? Well, I don't mind careless golf either. But I think if you go to carelessgolfco.com, I think that's the site. Yeah, there we go. carelessgolfco.com. He's got 3 things of merch. He's got 2 different hats and a polo. Now, shame on Scott. I think I was one of the first people to buy something off of his store. He only had the rope cap hat. Now, I'm a hat guy. And he has since released a snapback hat that was not available on day one when I went in there to buy this. So, Scotty boy, I need my Careless Golf snapback hat. And I'm going to have to get the polo because I wear polos to work every day. One of the things I love. So the unofficial official sponsor, my cousin started a little golf brand clothing line, and he's a terrible golfer, which makes me love this even more. He's not terrible. He's better than me, but he's not as good as you golfing folks. Scott and I are living around the 100 range. So he's starting this. This is a fun little side thing. If you like golf merch, if you've got someone in your life who likes golf merch, go get this because one of the cool things is you can get the polo and you'll be right now the only person on the golf course with this one. And I do love going to the golf course if you're going to go out with some golf gear. My cousin John, I'm going to call him Cousin John, Johnny Drez, he always has really cool golf gear. And this is one of those. This would be one of those cool ones. It's like, get the Careless Golf hat, get the Careless Golf polo, and have people on the course like, what is that? So there you go. Unofficial, official sponsor of the podcast. My cousin started a little golf apparel company, Careless Golf, carelessgolfco.com. There you go. I love the guy. And Scott and Ryan are 2 people, no matter what they do, I will support them to the ends of the earth. They are my guys. They're as close as brothers as anyone in my life. And there's no 2 people that I will cheer for more on anything they do. Anything. All right, there you go. Thanks for listening. This was way longer than I thought it would be. Sorry. Bye.